What's going on, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today. Today, I am bringing you guys some more Ranked Singles Series 12 on the ladder. Today, we are taking our Cinderace, Rillaboom, and Inteleon team up to the Pokeball tier. That's exciting to see how well we can do. I do want to thank everyone for the support of the last video. The last video did very, very well, and I'm really proud of that. That was just us going in the beginner tier. You know, I haven't played Sword and Shield in a hot minute, like I said last video, and so I was all the way down in the beginner tier, and we were just tearing that tier up. Today we're going to be in the Pokeball tier, so let's see how well we can do. See how well we can adjust, because we ain't played in a long, long time. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, our first opponent has been found, rocking out with Zacian-Crowned, Necrozma, Landorus, Tapu Bulu, Porygon 2, and Heliolisk. Now this is probably our first opponent that's actually playing with 2 restricted Pokemon. We did go up against somebody in our last episode that was going like 1 restricted Pokemon, but this is definitely someone playing with 2 restricted Pokemon. It's going to be really, really fun. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Rillaboom don't look too bad overall. I kind of like the Rillaboom actually. The Necrozma is what's really getting me, but I think if we can set up Dragapult, we'll lead Dragapult, Rillaboom in the back. And for the last Pokemon, what are you guys thinking about Mewtwo? Don't really, well, I just don't know if we have the coverage. But I mean, we don't have to cover everything. Mewtwo's definitely going to be here to hit something really hard. The team looks like a Trick Room team, but in my rule in singles is that Trick Room actually isn't that good. Now, maybe in a free versus free format, it might be, but because I'm used to playing that 6v6 format, so I don't necessarily know how well Trick Room would be in a free versus free. I guess we're about to find out. Our opponent's definitely rocking out with a Trick Room team. Let's see. Zekrom coming out to lead things off. We're leading Dragapult. This is the first time Dragapult has came out for us here in game number 1 of the second episode of us going back to rank. Here we are. Alright. Do we predict the Zekrom to want to switch? Or do we just Dynamax and just say, we don't care? I think there's some stuff though Dragapult will struggle with. Let's just go for Dragadarts. See what happens. Hopefully he just switches, right? Thank you. Porygon 2. Fantastic. I'm glad to see this. Just to go ahead and get some damage on it. Infiltrator. He's taking he's copying our ability. Okay, that's fine. Let's see how much damage we can do. Definitely not enough. That thing is physically bulky, so there's no need to even try and set up. We just need to be trying to switch out. We go into Mewtwo. Mewtwo's our special attacker. Mewtwo really can start just setting up a nasty plot, maybe, as long as he don't Trick Room right here. I have a feeling though he's going to, right? Foul play. Ooh, interesting. See, that don't pick up the KO or nothing. So we can nasty plot once, and then we could probably threaten you really, really well with a or Spirit or Psychic. I do believe Psychic is probably the better attack. Definitely, he don't know what we want to do, so he might actually try and switch out here, thinking that we have a way to just directly threaten him, which will give us a free setup. He doesn't switch. Let's see, is he setting up a Trick Room or is he going foul play? He's just going to recover. Okay, fantastic. Good news for us. You know what? I'm okay in this situation to go. We're a Mewtwo. What happens when a Mewtwo gets the +4? Anyone know the answer? Anyone? Comment down below what happens when Mewtwo gets the +4. Is it just destruction? Because He has the Psy Shock. He has... My man got the Paralyzation. No, that's not good. But we got the Psychic. We got the Psy Shock. We can hit both sides as hard as we want. We got the Aura Sphere for coverage. Let's go for that Psychic. See if we can pick up this KO. Hopefully he don't outspeed. Thank you, Mewtwo, for not getting fully paralyzed. And we missed the KO. Barely. But you know what? Porygon is such a huge threat. Such a bulky Pokemon. Like, I don't think our team actually could have broke it. So, being able to just get it out of here, you know what I'm saying, is fantastic. It's definitely a physically defensive Porygon too. We did that much damage with a Psychic down. That was still +4, and he did not die. That's how good that Evalite is, by the way. I'm leaning towards U-turn. I feel like he might want to try and preserve it. Excuse me. It's not the end of the world though if we just stay in Grassy Glide, because then we can Dynamax if he goes into Zekrom or something. Necrozma, we can Dynamax. We have Max Quake, so you know what, we're looking all right. Porygon 2 is out of here though. That's a big Pokemon, a little Pokemon, but does so much big things. So glad to see it gone. All right, there's the Zekrom. All right, this thing kind of scares me, right? Because I don't necessarily know how much damage we can do to it. But I got that Max Quake. Let's see. You know, we got it here for a reason. If he Dynamaxes too, you know, obviously then it's just a battle of 2 Dynamax Pokemon. And it's almost like if it's neutral. I don't necessarily know what he can do to me. He is Dynamaxing. Does he have Max Airstream? He might. He might have Max Airstream. Man, I ain't played with this thing so long. But look, he has wings, Wi-Fi Merriman. What are you talking about? Of course he has Max Airstream. He probably does. But hopefully, Rillaboom is the right one. The right call here. Do keep in mind that we do have the Dragapult. And that's going to be something I think is going to carry us, especially if he brought that Necrozma in the back. I do think Dragapult is the final, the right answer to have. Anyway, Max Airstream, there it is. It does have wings. And it does over half. My goodness. And we don't have Max Guard on this thing. Ooh, it's a Life Orb. But, you know, Dragapult's not necessarily the bulkiest guy, so this needs to do a lot more damage. That did nothing, Rillaboom. What are you doing? What are you doing, Rillaboom? That did absolutely no damage whatsoever. We're going to feint to a Max Airstream. Hopefully, I mean, unless it's coming from the special side, maybe we do survive it because of our special defense boost. That's a negative, though. We do not survive. Rillaboom is out. This thing's at +2. It definitely outspeeds Dragapult now, right? Definitely. And there's no way, right, that Dragapult could live. Dragapult's not necessarily what you call a bulky boy by no means. It's definitely your speedster, so if we somehow survive, though, I do want to get Dragon Dance off. That could be a misplay in itself, but I don't think we're going to survive to begin with. Yep, good game, good game. Man, Pokeball Tier is going to be tearing me up, guys. The biggest thing is knowing what free Pokemon to bring. I had a feeling he was going to bring that Zekrom, so that's why I brought the Rillaboom, but our power... Our Rillaboom's Dynamax against his Dynamax, we just didn't have the power. Fortunately for us, you know, so we did take the big L. You know what, that's okay. Because right here, this is all about learning with this team. I do feel like this team is good enough to make it to Master Ball. It's just that we gotta learn with it. If you guys want to learn with me, the team will be in the description. If you guys think we should make some changes to this team to make it better, let me know in the comment section down below, because this will greatly help me out as we are searching for our game number 2. If you guys are enjoying this content, do remember to hit that like button. If I have not yet pleased you, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what I can do to make my content better. Hopefully we'll find an opponent for game number 2, and your wishes are fulfilled. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you here in a second when I do find game number 2. Alrighty, game number 2, we're going up against Zapdos, Urshifu, Cinderace, Grimmsnarl, Dracovish, and Porygon 2 once again. Okay, Porygon 2 just can't get enough of us. You know what I'm saying? This trainer is definitely this is actually a rank 2 trainer. So this is someone that we were tearing up in the last video. Some kind of I mean, you know what I'm saying. The rank, we were tearing it up. So hopefully we can do the same. I'm going to lead the Zacian. I think Zacian threatens his team a lot. If he... is that the right play? Yeah, I do think Zacian's the best lead. If he does take the Zapdos, we definitely need to have that coverage ready to go. I think the coverage is Inteleon. And then we need probably some speedster like a Dragapult. That's fine with me. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work out fantastic, I think. Inteleon's there just to basically fight the Zapdos. I do think that's the best call. I could have brought Rillaboom, thinking about it. I do have Ice Beam on Inteleon, don't I? I'm pretty certain I do. Alright, Urshifu though. Let me check that though. Let me check that. It's been a minute since I've played with this team, you know. I'm still trying to keep up with the BDSP content, so sometimes you forget what you put on it. I do have Ice Beam, so that is for the... Fantastic. That's for... Alright. That's for the Zapdos. What am I saying? If I can't complete my sentences. Alright, I want to go for that Sacred Sword. The reason being is that he has that potential Porygon. This will definitely pick it off. And that still takes the Urshifu down to its Focus Sash. What does the Urshifu want to do? Probably close combat. Do we survive? I'm certain that we do. Yeah, Zacian's good. Like, if you guys have not used Zacian, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. He's definitely not going to go into Porygon now, right? I'm going to switch things up, though. I'm going to go Behemoth Blade. If he goes into Zapdos, he goes into Zapdos. Zacian's basically here just to put a big hole into our opponent's team, right? There's not much that our opponent can do since they don't have that restricted. How do you stop the Zacian? You have to have those answers. Even when you run 2 restricted, you got to have the answer on how to stop the Zacian, because Zacian, I feel like in Master Ball, will be everywhere. This thing hits like a truck. It gets an immediate +1 without you having to do anything. And that's just powerful, especially when you open with it. You know, that's like a, let me go ahead and take out 2 of your Pokemon before you take out my first. You know, kind of ordeal. Alright, here's the Porygon 2. We definitely want to take that thing out. You know, we just want to hit this thing with a Sacred Sword. We want to hit it as hard as we can. If we can get the crit, that would be fantastic too. Look at that damage. That's good damage. Go ahead, set up that Trick Room at the cost of your Porygon, though. Knowing that you set up the Trick Room probably means you brought the Dracovish, and it's a slow variant, and that is fantastic. That's fine. If you brought the Dracovish, that's fine. I should have probably pushed Play Rough, predicting the switch, but there's no... Yeah, you're not going to be switching anyway. You're just going to try and get as much damage as possible. What if that paralyzed me? And then that was the reason why I was able to outspeed a Dracovish. What if that paralyzed me? Dude, you guys sometimes think about your moves that you put on your Pokemon. Discharge on a Trick Room Pokemon? Not necessarily the best case, you know? Cinderace, very, very interesting. Cinderace naturally is slower than the Zacian. We are under Trick Room. there's no reason not to just throw a Sacred Sword out there. If we do happen to faint, we happen to faint, no big deal. Thinking about this, yeah, if he's Dynamaxing, Cinderace is still a frail Pokemon. Don't care what anyone says, this is a very offensive Pokemon, but it is really, really frail. So if we're able to get the Sacred Sword off, we're doing a lot of damage. I doubt he will let me though. As he goes for that GMAX Fireball, yeah, that's just going to take me out. That's fine though. We have Inteleon. We have Dragapult as well. Dragapult's probably our best Dynamax here, just because it most likely resists everything that he's wanting to throw at us. Inteleon's nice once the Trick Room ends, I'm assuming. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start weakening his attack. Because if he happens to have Max Darkness, I don't know how long Dragapult can stay on the field, but definitely as long as we can start weakening that attack, that will ensure the victory with our Inteleon, basically. So, with Dynamax, Dragapult, like I say, and he's mostly an offensive threat, but against the stuff that he resists, he is somewhat bulky. People have ran support Dragapults before, and it's good. Alright, Max Airstream coming out. This thing's getting speedier. Remember, there's a Trick Room up on the field, my man. In fact, you probably are now... You just hurt yourself, is what all you did by doing that move. You just really just hurt yourself. You set up that Trick Room, my man. You probably made it to where my Dragapult will outspeed you under Trick Room now. You probably made it to where everything outspeeds you under Trick Room now, dude. That's a misplay on your part. Something that I'll have to watch for myself, because eventually I'll probably be making the same plays, but that's definitely GG right there. You kind of clicked your own fate. If you happen to have Max Darkness, I'd highly recommend you doing that instead, but man, you've put yourself in that predicament right there. Good game. Good game, good game. Let's see if we can find ourselves someone that's in our own tiering, though. I would definitely like to beat a few Pokeball players before I have to finish this recording. It looks like he might have DC'd. Yeah, he got mad. He knew what he did. He knew what he did wrong. Yeah, don't Max Airstream. Don't run Discharge if you're trying to set up Trick Room. Just saying. Plus, I mean, he did have an unfair advantage. Not really, because technically he could bring the 2 restricted Pokemon too, but he didn't. That's what I'm saying. He had a disadvantage, but he shouldn't have had that disadvantage. Hey, look, we finally found an opponent relatively quickly. Alright, rank number 4. Okay, we gotta beat this guy. We gotta beat this guy. Necrozma, Goodra, Decidueye, Inteleon, Lecky, and... Ooh, interesting. What's that thing called? I'm on. Is it Zygarde? Yeah, I think so. That is a restricted Pokemon, so he is bringing 2 restricted Pokemon. Alright, let's see what we want to do here. Looking at our opponent's team. Definitely probably put some more of his favorite Pokemon on the team, which is nothing wrong with. I like doing that time to time. What's stopping the Dragapult just setting up and sweeping? I don't see how you stop that. Zacian kind of hangs out in the back. And... Rillaboom? It's not too bad. It handles the Lecky. It handles a lot of good stuff, actually. So yeah, Rillaboom in the back, kind of like the superior Grassy Glide user. So, alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's see if they can stop the Dragapult from setting up a Dragon Dance or 2. And we'll see if we can pick up this W. Let's see. As they lead Lecky. Very interesting. Lecky doesn't really have any way to actually threaten a Dragapult, though, as Lecky's moves are all thunder, all electric based attacks, right? Okay, so you do have the Thunder Wave. And right there's the speed control. That's still not the worst case scenario, as you're still not threatening me with the damage. And I just don't feel too worried. I feel like that power boost right there is really nice. We can go Dragadarts now. And we'll see what happens if he goes into Thunder's Cage. Thunder Cage. I think that's a trapping move, ain't it? Yeah, it trapped me. That's fine. We're still going to pick up this KO with this Dragadarts. Look at that. Air Balloon pops, and the second one takes him out. Fantastic stuff, Dragapult. Looking good, looking good. If Necrozma comes in, I have a trick up my sleeve. I really do. Like, I have not revealed this tech to you. I haven't revealed this tech in Sword and Shield. I have seen it in BDSP, and I've kind of took it over here to see if we can pull it off. Yeah, we'll Dragadarts again. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, because he is part dragon after all, ain't he? Dragon Pulse. Does that pick up the KO though? No, it ain't hard to... I mean, it did something, but it didn't pick up no KO. As we're able to come back and hit you with a one Dragon Dart to take you out. I do believe Zygarde is a Dragon ground type. So, that's a... I mean, you didn't have enough power there. That's the only issue with that. Ooh, right here's Necrozma. I don't know if we'll outspeed, but I do want to go for Phantom Force. And I have the Power Herb on this thing, so it should act as if I can do this Phantom Force in one turn. It's kind of cool, you know, kind of really cool. It's kind of like how you see Geomancy from the Xerneas, you know. We're doing the same tech, but with an offensive attack, you know. It's really cool, really fun too. People are starting to use that in BDSP. Oh, we were faster. But unfortunately, we finally got fully paralyzed, as our opponent is taking advantage of it by taking out our Dragapult. But like I was saying though, you'll see players in BDSP using Solar Beam on not Sun teams. The reason was, or the reason is basically due to the fact that they can run the Power Herb, and it's a very powerful Solar Beam, and a lot of times it can be stabbed, and it's one thing, it's kind of like a Grass Hyper Beam at that point, you know. It's really just good. Alright, I have a feeling that this Necrozma has weakness policy, so I'm very iffy on what I want to do. Because I don't see no Life Orb. I feel like this is weakness policy. So, I mean, this Max Flutterby will lower its special attack, which I know this is a physical attacker. I just don't want to hit this thing super effective until I get some chip on him, you know? And then where I can almost just take him out. So 2 Max Butterflies. As long as he don't take us out, then he'll be Undynamax, and we'll go for that big Max Quake to see if we can pick up this KO. I'm assuming we outspeed. Knowing that our paralyzed Dragapult outsped, I'm assuming that we will. Fantastic. That's not the greatest damage. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't want to hit this thing super effective. I feel like if I hit this thing super effective, which, I mean, he's going for Max Steel Spike. That's tough. Yeah, I feel like if I hit this thing super effective, he's got that weakness policy. And really and truthfully, our only main attack is our Sacred Sword from our Zacian, right? That ignores all defensive boost and everything. So, as long, like I say, you know, as long as we get some good chip on this thing, I don't really mind. You know, Zacian, we know Zacian will outspeed, so even if we proc a weakness policy from our Max Quake, we should still outspeed, and it should just be just good damage. We should win the game. Hopefully. Hopefully. This thing's going to be a issue, though, in the future, as we're not going to have a clear-cut strategy to beat this thing every time. I probably should have brought Cinderace, tell you guys the honest truth. But when you're picking free Pokemon, sometimes you just don't have... Sometimes you can't bring a fourth, you know? Like, you just like, man, I really want to bring that, but, you know, I got to cover for all these other options, you know? Oh, that was good damage. Was that a crit? That was a crit. Who says we need Zacian when Rillaboom can just crit? You know, we got this, we got this. Good game, good game. Alright, guys, I'll get you guys one more game, and then we'll have to call it an episode. But before that, let's get that one game. Let's see if we can get one more game. I know the time's kind of getting close to that 30-minute marker, at least on my end. And that's how long I want these episodes. I want them to be roughly around that 30-minute marker. Just because it's easier for you guys, one, to watch them. Don't want them any longer. I definitely don't want them shorter, though, you know? It's like, guys, I kind of want this to kind of be like a mini podcast kind of ordeal. 30 minutes is relatively easy for most people to watch. Naganadale, I've always had trouble saying that Pokemon's name. Cinderace, Tapu Koko, Mimikyu, Garchomp, and Lapras for our last game for today. Let's see what we can do to get the W. Alright. The Tapu Koko Mimikyu is an interesting core. Inteleon don't look too bad. Rillaboom don't look too bad. And then Zacian. Let's do that. Inteleon, Rillaboom, Zacian. You have to respect everything. And those free Pokemon right there kind of just give me the best chance to win against our opponent's stuff. Alright. Good luck, King. Have fun. Hopefully we get the W, though. I really hope that we do, because that will probably push us at least up to the next tier, into the Pokeball tier anyway, I hope. Mimikyu comes out as the lead as we're going Inteleon. Alright, what does Mimikyu want to do? Mimikyu is famous for Sword Stance, famous for Trick Room. Let's look at our opponent's team, see if it is a Trick Room team. That is a negative. It is definitely a Sword Stance, Mimikyu. So what we definitely need to do, all we want to do is break that disguise, right? Yeah, let's just go for that U-turn, break that disguise, bring in Pokemon, you know, that can fight this thing relatively well. Rillaboom's not that bad of an option. We can bring out Rillaboom, Grassy Glide, and probably threaten the KO. You know, Rillaboom just hits that hard. There's not too many switches either that he has that just say, hey, you want to fight Rillaboom? We could also go Zacian. Zacian with the Behemoth Blade. Definitely outspeeds the Mimikyu too. I don't see him going for Will-O-Wisp because we were an Inteleon. Most Inteleons, from my knowledge, don't run U-turn. So that's a good tech for me. Yeah, right there's the Woodhammer. That's an easy switch for Zacian to come in. Definitely threaten. That's a Life Orb. Okay, fantastic information to note. Potential Pokemon that you may have in the back. We can definitely... I think the Behemoth Blade is just the safest, right? Overall. Do you even need to save... I mean, is he going to save the Mimikyu? He is trying to... I mean, he's just going to go ahead and just fodder it off. Okay. I mean, it hardly did anything. The Mimikyu's... Bright Powder potential? What? Yeah, I should never miss... That's a Bright Powder Mimikyu. What on earth is this? Oh no. I'm getting excited for terrible tech, you know? But let's see. Come on, Zacian. Don't be blind by that Bright Powder. Inteleon wasn't. That would have been bad if we missed our U-turn. Just going to say right there, you know, that would have been bad. Mimikyu is down, but Mimikyu with that Bright Powder, definitely something to keep our mind on, because really and truthfully, I've never even considered that as an option for team building for Sword and Shield. Tell you honest truth, never even considered that as an option. So Hopefully, when we get to higher tiers, hopefully no one's going to be pulling that stuff off on us. Alright, Cinderace. Now, we naturally outspeed Cinderace. But he could be Choice Scarf like ours. Definitely could be. If he is, we have Inteleon that can definitely fight it. So, I say go Sacred Sword. See if we should outspeed unless he is Choice Scarf. He is going Dynamax mode. Alright. Let's see. That means you're not, that means your Choice Scarf is inactive if you are Choice Scarfed. It's a pretty scary Pokemon though, because we may not, I definitely don't know if we'll pick up this KO now. Yeah, we're not doing nothing. Max Airstream. And this is why Cinderace is broken, guys. This is why Cinderace is an Uber. He can just Max Airstream, and now he can just go for Pyro Ball. Or go for the Fireball attack, and there's not much I can do. I can't switch Inteleon in on that. I am not running. But I'm just saying, there's not much I can do. He definitely outspeeds me now. There's the Fireball. Unfortunately, I don't have the Bright Powder attack, so, yeah, we're just going to get hit by this and lose our Zacian. We can go Inteleon now. I think we have to Dynamax. Hope to live. We are Life Orb. We're meant to be very offensive. We're also meant to go first with this Inteleon, and it's not going to be the case this time around. But you know what? That's okay. As we go G-Match Hydro Snipe. I do like how this animation looks. It looks fantastic. Let's just see what we can do. If we definitely get this Hydro Snipe off, I can see us picking up this KO for sure. Just because, well, I say that, but he's going to become a flying type. Most likely, right? Yeah. So we might not pick up this KO. As much as I want to say it, but only thing is we have to see what happens. Okay. It looks like I don't know if we can take another one. Realistically. Let's see what happens though. How much are we doing? Oh, we're just picking the KO. Inteleon picking up the KO onto the Cinderace. Had me worried there for a minute because Inteleon's not necessarily your bulkiest boy, but you know what? He takes a hit sometimes. And he dishes out a powerful Hydro Snipe. Here's the Lapras. And now from my knowledge, I could be completely wrong. Yeah, this move cannot be targeted regardless of its abilities. So we can actually Hydro Snipe those Pokemon. And I remember people doing that to a Gastrodon. And I'll be like, man, how does that work, you know? Actually, the right play right here is to go Max Butterfly. Just will keep lowering those special attacks because we actually have a Rillaboom in the back that can actually deal with this Lapras. Lowering the special attack on this thing is the right call. He goes ahead, takes us out with that Freeze Dry. We definitely don't want to switch Rillaboom in on that. Rillaboom with the Assault Vest, though, will be able to come in practically wild the heck out of this Lapras. We're also threatening you with a Grassy Glide that probably one-shots you. So, good game. That was a tough one. Cinderace is going to be... I probably need to be bringing Cinderace more often. Tell you honest truth. I didn't realize how big of a threat that is. You know, like, yeah, when I was building, but then getting to the game part of it, you know, and you're like, don't know if that's the right Pokemon to bring, you know, but he actually probably has the best coverage on this whole team. So, definitely have to start bringing our Cinderace more often. But hey, we were able to squeeze out this win after all. Thanks to our Inteleon, our Rillaboom's able to come in and just KO the Lapras for the game. Good game. Very good game. And I guess that's a pretty good way to end the video. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Pretty good way. Pretty good way. Our opponent's thinking. He's like, well, how do I handle this Rillaboom? Little do you know, I actually have an Assault Vest, so there's zero chance of you just one-shotting our Rillaboom, dude. as we just actually just take you out. Good game, good game. Had me scared, but you know, good game. Alright guys, if you guys did enjoy today's video, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are new, this is Wi-Fi Memory. Signing out. Peace. Hey guys, before you go, let's check our rating. Let's check our rating again, you know? Let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, I've been dabbling in doubles too, by the way. Just more on the just for fun side of things, but you know, I did play it a little bit just in case you guys were interested. Anyway, let's see. Hey, we're in Pokeball tier number 5 now. So you know what? We are moving up the ranks. We did get beat by one Pokeball player, but hey, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.